to clear the air and get a few things straight with these malicious allegations that have been created by Fleet of the Geek as of recent. Well, let's start with a little history. Sforzando Films made a video saying how he's done with the AOD and doing his thing, how he's ass-kissing Marco. I try to correct him, get a few things straight, and then Marco would team up and start hating on me for defending my friends. And then Fleet of the Geek comes around, posting on her daughter's account, and starts insulting me, accusing me of shaming a handicapped person or something like that. I don't know. Who knows where she comes up with this bullshit. Then she comments on her daughter's, using her daughter's account. Then she replies to that on her daughter's account, saying that it was her, and I comment back to and that comment was directed at Fleta, and then she signed into her account saying don't talk to my daughter and all this other shit, and then she starts issuing threats after I said she said don't talk to her daughter. I said try and stop me. Then I tagged her daughter and just said hi, and then she starts issuing two threats against me. And the whole flame war goes on. And then later what happens is Sforzando starts deleting comments, which he admitted to, and then including he deletes the CC Peterson comments first. Of course, I couldn't get a screenshot of all the comments. I only got a screenshot. I was only able to capture one comment, which was on the my email, where Fleta made a reply to me, and I'll put that in the I'll link that off-site and put a link down in the description, as with any other evidence, so it's not lost if Fleta decides to flag down this video, as she and her troll army are so inclined to do. And then after Sforzando blocks me on my main account, and then blocks my backup account, I issue a harassment report for the threats that Fleta made against me through the YouTube Help Center, and eventually she received a strike for those threatening comments, and it was a legitimate flag. And she made a video bitching about me flagging her comments, yet months ago she flagged old comments when I was using my backup channel after I was locked out from her flagging me on my main channel. And then in that video she issues even more threats. I didn't flag the video, but you can take a look down. I'll put a link to it so you can hear what she has to say. But suffice it to say that she's issuing threats and saying that I'm harassing her daughter, I'm stalking her, that I even touched her daughter, which is total and utter bullshit. And then I'm like, okay, whatever, I'm just going to ignore her. She's fucking psycho. A few days later, or a day or two later, I'm not sure, I have to look at the dates, but she makes a blog post on her YouTube blog making at least one more threat. And then she's looking for people in my area, I guess, so she's trying to send people after me. And then she wants a formal apology, basically kissing her ass so that she won't unleash her wrath upon me. Of course, I said, okay, fuck you, I'm not going to do shit, I ain't do nothing wrong. And then went on my merry little way. I think it was a few hours later, or the next day, she makes a video called A Message to the AOD, and she shoves a camera in her daughter's face and pretty much interrogates her. Of course, I put no merit into that video whatsoever, because you could probably tell that her daughter looked scared. Fleta did not think of her safety, her daughter's safety, when she just blatantly, thoughtlessly posts her daughter's face on YouTube. And I actually made it known over to Fleet of the Geek over on Twitter, saying that she is disgusting and vile for doing that. Even Alenkos, who was a mutual friend between me and Miss Pure Fiction, was even pissed off at that video. And then Flea goes making her wild accusations, saying that me and AOD and who was it? Truce Friction dropped her daughter's account, which she did on her own accord. We looked at the recent activity on a Google cache of her daughter's account, and she made a few comments on other people's videos, and it was her, because you could tell that there's one on an atheist video that had the comment. Then she made another comment responding to her original comment saying that it was her. And then she goes and puts her daughter's face on YouTube. She's just looking for whoever she can use as to promote her own bullshit agenda and create propaganda. And she likes to prey on the weakest person around, so unfortunately that had to be her daughter. She starts going on Twitter about how I'm a piece of shit, insulting me over on Twitter, and putting her dirty laundry on me. Of course, we all know I'm not a fucking dry cleaner. Oh, I forgot to mention that also before, after her blog post, there was a video on the channel Informant Deep Throat, reveals my personal history, my employment history, my full date of birth, my full name, my parents' names, and an address I used to live at. But thanks to some of my friends, it eventually got flagged down. But we all think that it was her account, one of her many sock accounts, that made the doc dropping video, and some of the people believe that she paid for one of those online background checks. And as I said, any evidence will be linked to in the description off-site. And one more thing, in Felita's video where she insults me and bitches about how I flagged her comments, she provided no evidence that I have ever harassed her daughter. Well, let me say this now, Felita, if you were, what the hell's taking so long? At least show it some initiative. At least manufacture any evidence that you can to prove your accusations. Of course, you can tell she's a fucking hypocrite. Whenever she makes accusations to other people about other people, she leaves no evidence or anything. And then later, when people make accusations about her and with supporting evidence, she ignores and is like, you make these accusations, but you have no evidence. And the evidence is right fucking there. Felita needs some psychiatric help, bringing internet drama to her home and in front of her children, and trying to cause real world harm through her actions online. So I'm gonna say that I'm not afraid of you, Felita. I'm not afraid of your goons or whoever you decide to send after me. I say go ahead and bring it. And I'll also let you know, Felita, that I have contacted the FBI regarding these threats, and I'm actually waiting to hear back from them.